Hey guys, what's up? So, in case you're stupid and didn't read the title that's above this video, this is going to be another rant, and it's going to be on reading. So like I said before, guys, this rant's going to be on reading, or basically literature in general. And I know what you're already thinking, this is not going to be a rant talking about why literature and reading and all that stuff is bad. What I'm actually going to be ranting about is how ridiculous it is that no one reads anymore. Because when you think about it, for children, they hate reading. Most teenagers hate reading. Most adults hate reading. I mean, the only people I can think of now that really enjoy reading are, like, old people. So yeah, I find it, like, disgusting that no one reads anymore. And I think it's extremely stupid. Now, I understand that people don't really get into it. Sometimes you can't really get into whatever you're reading, but that's why there's so much stuff out there that you can read. Now, personally, I read and write and do all that kind of stuff, like, all the time. Especially during the school year, I do that kind of stuff, like, every day. So, I haven't told you guys this before, but I've actually developed a pretty big hobby out of writing fiction, like short stories, or I call them books, but they're like, novellas, I guess you'd call them? I don't know, they're like 60, 70 pages. And the reason I do this is because it's fun. Like, I find interest in creating this kind of stuff, but almost no one shares the same interest. Like, here, let me give you an example. So, back during the school year, me and the rest of my English class were assigned an assignment to write a short story, and I was excited about it, because that's, that's my skill, that's kind of what I'm really good at in school, but, like, everyone else, like, hated the assignment, and they hated the whole idea of it, but I was excited, because I liked it. And I think that just kind of proves how people really tend to hate literature now, and I think that's stupid because it's such an amazing world that you need to come into. Now, I can guarantee that the majority of the people that are watching this video aren't into literature and, like, don't read and don't do any kind of literature stuff, like write or read or do any of that stuff. And I find this ridiculous because I really like reading and I really like doing that stuff, and I've said that like 5 other times in this video. And another example that I have is that during the school year, I noticed a lot of people at like lunch and stuff would be like talking to their friends and stuff and like doing all that kind of useless crap on like their cell phones and whatnot. While me, I'll be sitting at my lunch table, eating my lunch, and reading a book. And whenever I do that, my friends kind of they kind of label me sort of like an outcast sort of way, because I mean, reading at lunch, yeah, that's like the coolest thing in the world ever. And another thing I've sort of started to notice is that when people start to read like longer books, like in school, you start getting longer books as you progress in school. Like, you go from like 10-page picture books that you had to read for school to having like 400, 500-page novels that you had to read in a short span of time, and people really tend to complain about that, but I welcome it, because I like that stuff, but most people don't. As a matter of fact, just as an example, let me show you this. This is The Stand by Stephen King. It's a great book. I'd recommend reading it, and the size of this book would be overwhelming to most people. Like, hang on a second. Look at the number on that page. Seriously, can you make out the number? Look at that number. That would overwhelm most people, but it doesn't overwhelm me. And the camera's blurry now. There it goes. But I think this is cool, because this is actually a good book, but people don't see it for what's written here. Most people will see it for, this. Alright, so, long story short, people aren't reading and writing and kind of expressing themselves through literature and all that stuff as much as I think that they should be. Now, I know there's franchises out there like Harry Potter and Twilight and Hunger Games and stuff that people enjoy reading, but I think that that's not really, doesn't really count that as much as people think it does. One of the things I've noticed about Harry Potter and Twilight and all that stuff and Hunger Games and whatnot is that once they turn into movies, they basically become more known for the movies than they do for the books. Like you'll notice, like, the Harry Potter books, they were way, like, the movies were way bigger. Like, it was kind of the movies that put them on the maps and not them being a good book. Like, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is that those kind of franchises, like, made from books into movies, like, those are essentially what gets the movies, or no, the books, put on the map in the first place, is that they were a good movie. So people think, oh, this must be a good book. I'm not going to read it, though. Like, don't you hate that? Like, don't you hate people that will watch a movie based off of a book and then not read the book, even if they, like, it was, like, their favorite movie and they still don't read the book? I have a bunch of friends that are like that, and I don't know about you guys, but it really, really annoys me. So, yeah, I think that's really all I had to say. if you got the gist of what I'm saying, literature is slowly on the decline. Like, people aren't reading it as much, especially kids. But I think that's really all I had to say. Alright guys, so if you excuse me, I'm going to go over here and read this book. Yeah, I'm definitely going to read this book and not go on my computer. Yeah, I'm totally going to read this book. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to read this. Alright guys, well that's basically it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Why are you still here? Come on, go away.